So much complex these things. Okay, so कुछ भी करो लेकिन नेट को हॉटस्पॉट नहीं करना। 5 बजे बंद कर देगा। तो थोड़ा देर आपने क्यों कनेक्ट करिए? एक ठीक है, नो प्रॉब्लम। यस यस फाइन। So Mother Devahuti now is asking this Purusha about the Purusha. That means who is being covered with the avidya and not able to know himself, and he is falsely because of this ahankara. What is happening? The first layer is ahankara. So this false ego. This is giving the abhimana to this jivatma. That means whatever the pain and pleasure by eating some food or by seeing some things, if sometimes we may get pleasure and sometimes we may get the pain. All these things are properties of what? Properties of qualities of just these are all the qualities of mind only. These are all qualities of the mind, and because of the false ego, the role of false ego is what? So it makes that this jivatma by itself is pure, but it makes this jivatma to think that himself has body. That means mind. He himself has mind, or sometimes intelligence, sometimes has chitta, whatever. That means the subtle body as he himself. Jivat. This ego is making or giving the abhimana to this pure jivatma. And then this Jivatma then thinks what? This quality, this bad, good and bad, or the happiness or the distress, are his own qualities. So this ego is acting on which Jivatma, which is covered with avidya. If Jivatma is not covered with avidya, then ego will not act. Okay. So the main problem is what now? Covering of avidya has to be removed. Then everything will be fine. That how it can happen? I told already previously in the previous class. It can be removed by the knowledge. That means Nishkama Karma Yoga or otherwise Bhakti, pure devotional service. Anyway, so now Devahuti is asking about so Purushasya Chaji, Purusha Kaluko Yaha Samsari. Mani, so the Samsari, who is the Samsari, known as Samsari, who is that Samsari? That Purusha, who is he? And Prakritischa Ka Yataha Asya Samsaraha. Who is Samsari and from where the samsara is coming? These two things she is asking. Samsara is the nothing but the pure jivatma which is covered with the avidya is the samsari. And prakriti is the cause for the samsara. The same things we have seen in the 13th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna is also asking, what is kshetram? Kshetragna. Next, Purusha, Prakriti. Huh? Hey. Kshetram, Kshetragna, Purusha, and Prakriti. Next? No. Consciousness. Jnanam and Gneyam. Jnanam and Gneyam. Yes. 18 to 12. Describing about the Jnanam. 6 and 7 slokas of 13th chapter. Describing about Kshetram. And 6 to 7 Kshetram. 8 to 12. Jnanam. 13 to 18. Gneyam. Okay, then after that 20 onwards, Prakriti. So, same thing you can see here also. Same explanations will be seeing here also. Mother also is asking, like how Arjuna is asking what is Prakriti and Purusha. Similarly, here Devahuti is also asking what is Prakriti and Purusha. Purusha, the one who is samsari, and is Prakriti, which is cause for that samsara. Next sloka will go. Now we'll increase the speed now. Raise the bar. Hmm. Prabhupada is writing in the purport, the enjoyed and the enjoyer is called samsara or material entanglement. Devati wanted to cut the tree of material entanglement. We have studied this tree of material entanglement in the chapter of Urdhamulam Adhoshakam Ashwatham Prahuravyayam. So this is 15. That means this body is Kshetra. Yes. This total is a Kshetram. And this Jivatma, which is covered with the avidya, is Kshetragna. Yes. And he is knowing that when this body is covered with the avidya, that at that time Jivatma is knowing what? This Kshetram is, no, don't sleep. Kshetram is he himself. And the same Jivatma, when it is covered with the Vidya, then in that time, how he is knowing? He is knowing himself as, he is different from Kshetra. He is knowing himself as his soul. When it will happen? Avidya is when avidya is removed, Vidya is covered. How to do that? Nishkama Karma Yoga. When one does the Nishkama, if you do Bhakti Yoga, then Jivatma will not know that I am soul, but Jivatma will know I am a servant of the Lord. But here my point is Jivatma knowing himself as soul. That will happen when it does the Nishkama Karma Yoga. So that's why when it does the Nishkama Karma Yoga, then it is covered with Vidya instead of Avidya. Vidya is out of which guna? Sattva guna. Avidya is out of Tamo guna. So majorly Tamo guna. So in that case, that means Kshetragna is knowing about this Kshetra in two ways. One way it is knowing that Kshetra is he himself when it is covered with the Avidya. So same Jivatma is knowing himself as is different from the Kshetra when it is covered with the Vidya. And one more Kshetragna is there, and that is Sarva Kshetragna. So who knows all the Kshetras? And from this Kshetra, what is coming out? This is Kshetra. Kshetra. Why the name of Kshetra is given to that? Because Kshetra means what? In Hindi, क्या बोलते हैं? क्षेत्र में खेत में. अरे भैया. फ्लाइट में चढ़ा देंगे इसको. कोई नहीं चढ़ पाएगा तो फ्लाइट में बिठा देंगे. कहाँ गया? अभी करिए. वाई क्षेत्र मीन्स जमीन है ना. जमीन से क्या आता है? फसल आता है, वृक्ष आता है. From this kshetra there is a one vriksha that is known as samsara vriksha. That is the aswattha vriksha. Yeah. So that's why this body is cause for the samsaram. Samsara vriksha is coming from this body, and but it is in the reverse order. The roots are in the upward direction, and the branches and all the leaves are in the downward direction. That's why, and these also have the fruits. What is the fruits? Sukham and Dukkham. These fruits always are eaten by this Kshetragna, which is covered with the Avidya. So this Vriksha is also having so many branches. Those branches are compared with the different bodies. So that means this Jivatma, which is covered with the Avidya, is like a monkey, is jumping from one branch to another branch. Means this one body to another body. And in these branches, there are the twigs are there. And the twigs are nothing but what? The sense objects, the sound, form, and these things. And also these trees have the leaves. Those leaves are known as, are compared with what? For the tree, what is the main cause to survive? Leaves, na? Leaves are not, the tree will die. If you remove all the leaves, tree will finish. That means leaves are very important. For the samsara vriksha, what is the important thing needed for this? Leaves are needed. Leaves are compared with what? Leaves are Huh? Who is saying? Karma beach. No, not karma beach, but it is a leaves are compared with the Vedic mantras which establish karma. So Vedic mantras which prescribe karma. So and these leaves are only the cause for survival of this tree. That means this monkey is jumping different to different bodies and based upon these leaves only this tree is flourishing. That means various kinds of the karma is established in the Vedas and those will be performed by this Jivatma. Okay. So like this is a kshetram and that is nothing but prakriti that is coming out from the prakriti and she is asking these things. And we are going to discuss once again in the 26th chapter. That's a material enjoyment. This enjoy and enjoy. Artificially, we consider Jivatma, which is covered with the avidya. When it is given with the male body, thinking that I am the enjoyer, and when it is given with the female body, it is thinking I am to be enjoyed. But both are in that body and this body, both are jivas which are covered with the avidya, which doesn't have any kind of the. This lingam is only external body indicator only. This male and female, this whatever lingam we have, that is the indicator for the gross body only. But in the inside Jivatma, which is there, which is with the covered with avidya. And everything is the energy of the Lord. So Lord is the real enjoyer, and these are all should be enjoyed by him. Maitreya Vacha. Then Maitreya, after Mother Devuti asks so many questions, that means she mainly wants to know what is Prakriti and Purusha. Okay. And she's also asking this, she's expressing that this Aham Mameti, this is the Sammoha is the cause. And she's asking to open her eyes. So these three things she said. Now Lord is going to reply. Maitreya is saying, Maitreya Vacha itas swamat niravadyamipsitam nishamya pumsam apavarga vardhanam diyavinandyaatmavatam satam gati babhasa ishat smita shobhitanam. Translation. Maitreya said, after hearing of his mother's uncontaminated desire for transcendental realization, the Lord thanked her within himself for her questions and thus, his face smiling, he explained the path of the transcendentalists who are interested in self-realization. बहुत अच्छा लगा मम्मी इतना अच्छा प्रश्न किया उनके लिए हंस रहे क्यों हंस रहे why he is laughing you know so only the intention the cause for his smile little smile is so here Acharya is saying that ईशस्मित इति मम ईश्वरस्य त्वं माता भवसि तवापि कः संसारः भवतु तदपि त्वां लक्ष्यीकृत्य लोकान् उद्धर्तुं किमपि उपदिशामि इति भावः. What Lord is thinking when she asks these questions. So think and oh, you are my mother. I am Lord and you are Lord's mother. And what kind of samsara you have? So really, it's really funny, and that's why he is simply so feeling. That's why he is laughing for that, and I'm still he want to answer because making her as a nimitta, it's a temporary cause, and he wants to teach this knowledge to entire society, like in the case of the Arjuna also. So for that sake, he was just laughing. Next, Sri Bhagavan Vacha. योगाध्यात्मिकः पुंसां मतो निःश्रेयसाय मे अत्यन्तोपरिरतिरयत्र दुःखस्य सुखस्य च. The personality of God had answered the yoga system which relates to the Lord and the individual soul which is meant for the ultimate benefit of the living entity and which causes detachment from all happiness and distress in the material world, is the highest yoga system. Now the answer is being started now. Kapila is saying that Atma, what is Adhyatmaha? Adhyatmikaha Yogaha. Pumsam Nishreyasaya me Mataha Atyanta Uparihi. Adhyatma Yogaha is the solution. He is saying Adhyatma Yogaha is the best for the good for the Nishreyasaya means for the people, benefit. Nishreyasaya means beneficial. So for the people, what is beneficial? Adhyatmikaha Yoga. The simple meaning is he is saying for the people, according to my opinion, me matah means my opinion, Nishreyasaya Adhyatmikaha Yoga. Nishreyasaya means benefit. For the benefit of the people, what is good? What is his opinion for the benefit of people? Adhyatmikaha Yoga. What is Adhyatmikaha Yoga? That we have to see now. Adhyatmika yoga means Jivatmanishta yoga. So Adhyatmika yoga is three types. One is Bhakti, second is Jnanam, and third is Ashtanga yoga. Yeah, karma anyway, it is beginning entry door only. It is not directly yoga. Entry door. It can be entry door for the, like Nishkama Karma Yoga is the entry for the beginning step of the Jnana Yoga. We all studied in the Bhagavad Gita, first 6 chapters. This diagram, you remember? Yes. This is the Karmi, and when they come in association of Jnanis, they will come to the Nishkam Karma Yoga. What is the role of Nishkam Karma Yoga? So by performing Nishkam Karma Yoga, what kind of consciousness will be developed? Remember? Just guess it. I already discussed, but you can guess. Detachment from the fruits of the karma. And also, if you get detachment from the fruits of the karma, you'll be getting the detachment for the means also, na? Result nahi chahiye to mean bhi chhod denge. So that's why you'll be getting the finally detachment from the results of the karma and also towards the karma. How he is getting this detachment? Detachment. So whenever the karma he is doing, karma means his dharma. Whenever he does, he is tolerating success and failure both. By this kind of tolerating nature, what is happening? He is getting the detachment actually from that results and also offering that result to Lord. So then what is happening? The bandhanam. That means now there is no further entanglement because of the results of this karma. But in the case of the karmi, what is happening? He is doing the karma, and whatever result is getting, he is getting, and he is not offering, and he is eating. And also he is not tolerating. And when the good is there, then when the good result is there, then he is becoming excited. And when there is a bad result, then he is get depressed. And this is causing him in his antakarna, what is happening? More and more deeply samskaras are formed actually. And that is becoming further entanglement for him to this samsara. So that's why Nishkama Karma Yoga's ultimate result is what? Getting detachment from the karma. So Nishkama Karma Yoga, many times they do your duties without expectation of the result. Whatever you have to do, you do. Then you will be getting the right result. And then you will be enjoying. That means what? Sakama, then that is not Nishkama Karma Yoga. And actually, we try to use Nishkama Karma Yoga as temporary mean to get some good result. But that is not the purpose of the Nishkama Karma Yoga, actually. And Bhagavad Gita teaching is not at all that. The teaching of Bhagavad Gita is lifting the one from the material consciousness to the spiritual consciousness. To lift the people from the bodily consciousness to the soul consciousness. Doing Nishkama Karma Yoga should lead to what? I am not body, not bhakti. I am not body, I am soul. This is the outcome of the Nishkama Karma Yoga. So that's why we should not say do your duty and whether it's while doing that duty you may get pain or pleasure, just tolerate it, but you should do your duties, then you will get the nice result. No. This is not the teaching of Bhagavad. That's me. Many times we try to use the principles of Bhagavad Gita to train the corporates and to become best entrepreneur. This is completely bogus. Completely bogus idea, actually. Can you say it's a corollary? So it's not at all really the teaching of Bhagavad Gita. So actually there are the five principles are there, five regulative principles. No meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, no illicit sex. And another is don't do any business with the spiritual knowledge. So this is also there actually. Actually, anyway, it will take a little more time. Previously, there are the five principles, are there, five regulative principles, but now we are seeing four. But in the Bhakti Siddhantas, in the same magazine, whatever I am showing morning, the Harmonist, there are the five regulative principles. Are don't do business with spiritual. That means one should not collect money on the name of spirituality and should not use for the sense gratification, or otherwise family and children. So actually, whatever I said, doing business with the dharma comes under the one of the, that means no gambling. In that it comes as a sub point actually. So no, Bhagavad Gita teaching is completely purely to make everyone transcendental and to make everyone completely really happy actually. If we get the material result by doing such a mood, that means we are using the features of Nishkam Karma Yoga to get the best results. So that is not the purpose of Nishkam Karma Yoga at all. So then after doing Nishkam Karma Yoga, what is going to happen? Avidya is removed and Vidya is covering. Nishkama Karma Yoga brings one into the mode of goodness. That means his Avidya is removed and Vidya will be formed. So then he is able to know he not only knowing, he is realizing himself as I am soul. But further he has to progress. I am Brahman. He should reach to that. So for that sake, he is following what? Gnana Marga. And then finally he'll be getting the Brahman realization. So anyway, this is the basic fundamental point. This Gnana and Bhakti. That means one karmi is coming into the association of a pure devotee. Then what will happen? He'll be getting the knowledge that from the mouth of pure devotee, absolute truth is Krishna. And not Krishna, and not, they will not say that Brahman is the absolute truth. Brahman is nothing but the effulgence of the Lord. Brahmano hi pratishtaham. That means Krishna is only shelter for the Brahman. So Krishna is the ultimate truth, and you are the part and parcel of him, and you are the absolute servant. The whole and soul business is serving him all the time. And all other business are just because of your body, and those are all not your intrinsic duties, and those are all not your dharma. So like that, this person will be keep on teaching, and he'll try to make him to develop. So in this sadhaka, what pure devotee tries to make into that sadhaka, he wants to develop the faith on the Dhrudha Shraddha on the Lord. Because this Dhrudha Shraddha is needed, is a fuel. Dhrudha Shraddha is a fuel to do sadhana. Otherwise, you cannot do the pure sadhana. We do mix our sadhana with the karma and jnana. When we develop strong faith, then we'll be doing the pure Vaidhi sadhana. Otherwise, we'll be doing the sometimes sadhana, and after that, we'll be mixing karma and enjoying the results and coming to the another consciousness. Because we don't have strong shraddha, we'll be deviating from the sadhana. So that's it then, but that bhakti is not called as Gnana Karma Anavruta. No, it cannot be called as Gnana Karma Anavruta. It is Gnana Karma Avruta. So that's why he's coming into the bhakti platform. Before that, whatever he does, then that is not the pure bhakti, that is a mixed bhakti. When they develop Dhrudha Shraddha, then after that, whatever bhakti is then that is known as pure bhakti. So these two, that means now Kapila is saying there is a Gnana Marga is there and Bhakti Marga and one more Marga is there, that is Yoga Marga, Ashtanga Yoga. Where at Ashtanga Yoga comes, this side also Ashtanga Yoga comes. You can draw a parallel line here, or otherwise you can draw here, like one more line. So in the 5th chapter and 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, we are seeing one can do, so in the 6th chapter, especially 6th chapter, we are seeing when one comes after doing Nishkama Karma Yoga, Krishna is suggesting after doing Nishkama Karma Yoga, along with that, you can practice another way. So Ashtanga Yoga, you do Ashtanga Yoga, that means Yama, Nima also you start do. And but keep on continue Nishkama Karma Yoga. But when you reach the stage of the Dhyana, so then you can leave the Karma and then meditate on the Paramatma. You remember this? So that means there the Ashtanga Yoga is coming. Ashtanga Yogi, when he leave the Nishkama Karma Yoga, when he comes to the stage of Dhyana, till that he has to do Nishkama Karma Yoga because there is no safety. From there he may fall down. So that's why better to don't to leave the karma, keep on doing the Nishkama Karma Yoga, practice Ashtanga Yoga. That's why till the stage of the reaching to the Dhyana stage is known as what? Aruruksha. Then from there onwards is known as Yoga Ruda. Yoga Ruda. Then after that he is meditating on the Paramatma Dhyana, that means fixed concentration. So Dhyana means fixed concentration. Even in the second canto, first chapter also we have seen. If someone is not able to meditate on the Paramatma and in the Dhyana stage is not able to continue limb by limb meditation, is not able to do, then he has to do what he has to do? No, not Nishkam Karma. There is another method is given. Meditate on the Virat Rupa. That is another solution actually. And here the solution is Nishkam Karma Yoga. There the solution is meditating on the Virat. So now after that dhyana, so then he'll be so meditate on the Paramatma. After that Paramatma also you'll be leave his meditation on Paramatma. He draws back the mind from there. Then finally mind is linga, mind is destroyed because there is no object. He is not meditating on the Paramatma, and also his mind is not going for the material objects. Then what will happen? That mind will be seized. Then Jivatma will be leaving and merging into the Brahman. This can happen, and there is a Ashtanga Yoga is possible in as a separate way also. So here also it can be possible. That means you can't say who came to the. That means Yoga Mr. Bhakti. That means they are bhaktas, but if they come in, if karmis come in touch with the directly, so Yoga Mr. Bhaktas, then they may directly, like you may take one more area here like this. So karmis are coming into the association of Ashtanga yogis, and but you see those Ashtanga yogis not like these Ashtanga yogis. Those are the devotee Ashtanga yogis. That means they have major part of devotion, and such a Ashtanga yogi is so they preach to the people that Paramatma Vishnu is the highest, and we should go to the Vaikunta and we should live like him and happily with that opulence. Like that, they may guide to these karmis and they may ask them to meditate on the so Paramatma and finally with the devotional spirit, and they want to go to Salokya Mukti, same planet and enjoy. So this is also possibilities there. Okay, like the little things are there, but the thing majorly three yogas: Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Ashtanga Yoga. So Adhyatmika Yoga means what you should take here. These three yogas are there. So Kapila is saying, Mummy, so there are three yogas are there, my dear mother. So one is Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Ashtanga Yoga. So in the Bhakti, in the case of Bhakti, what is Nishreyasa? That means doing Bhakti itself is Nishreyasa. Pure devotees, they don't want to achieve anything. Doing Bhakti itself is the goal for them. But in the case, by doing the yoga, what will happen? If you do the Ashtanga yoga, what is going to happen? They, in the case of yogis, what they want? They don't want the material suffering. and they want to go to the place where there is no material suffering, but there is bliss, there is happiness which is not seized by anything. So that's why they want to come out from the material pleasure and pain. So this is the result of the yoga. So in the Vaikuntha, there is no kunta, means there is no material hankering, material pain is not there, also material pleasure is also not there. In the same case, in the case of the Jnanis also. So they want to go to Brahman, ultimately they don't want material pleasure or pain. In the Nishkam Karma Yoga also, we are seeing same thing. Na? They are not accepting material pain also, and they are not affected by the material pain or material pleasure. All the dvandvas they try to tolerate. Matra svashastu kaunteya sitoshna sukha. So then after the next shloka, तमिमं ते प्रवक्ष्यामि यमवोचं पुराणके ऋषीणां श्रोतु कामानां योगं सर्वाङ्गनिपुणम्. O most pious mother, I shall now explain unto you the ancient yoga system which I explained formerly to the great sages. It is serviceable and practical in every way. So Lord is saying that I already told too many, like in the case of Arjuna also, Krishna is saying. So I already told this to the Surya Bhagavan, Vivaswan, and then he told to the Vaivastha Manu, like that. Similarly, here also, Kapila is also saying, already I told to previously sages. Who are those sages? Naradas, and so on. So here it is given. Rishina means Naradadin, Narada, and so on. So he told. Next. चेतः कल्वस्य बन्धाय मुक्तये चात्मनो मतम् गुणेषु सक्तं बन्धाय रतं वा पुंसि मुक्तये. The stage in which the consciousness of the living entity is attracted by the three modes of material nature is called the conditional life. But when the same consciousness is attached to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one is situated in the consciousness of liberation. Like in the case of Lord also to the Arjuna, only this mind is cause for the liberation and mind is cause for the attachment, bondage. Bondage and liberation because of the mind only. Same thing here. Kapila is also saying mind is the cause. Jivatmanam kalu manaiva dussanga sussangabhyam patnati. Mind is only the cause. How mind can be the cause for the liberation and the bondage? So if mind is attached with the bad things, then it is cause for the bondage. And when mind is attached with the good things, then liberation. Good things means what here? Lots beauty, lots qualities, form, name, and so on. So. If mind is attached with the worldly things, bad things means worldly things. So then bondage. And same mind is attached with the Lord and Lord's form, Lord's qualities, Lord's name, Lord's activities, then liberation. So same here you see. Pumsi Ratam. Pumsi means in the Krishna. Puman means Krishna. In the Ratam means attachment. So Rati. So if one get the Rati in the Lord, then what? Muktai. It is cause for the Mukti. Guneshu Saktam. If mind is attached to the Gunas, Gunas means three modes. That means three modes are cause for the various objects. Some good objects and bad objects. According to the Sattva Guna, some pious things, pious objects will be created. And because of the Rajas and Tamas, some heinous objects are created. So if mind is attached to those objects which are coming from the Gunas, then that is Bandhanam Bandhaya Kalpyate. Here one important point actually. How many yogas are there? Three yogas are there. That means Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga. And here, for the liberation, what is needed, he is saying? He is saying the attachment in the Lord. Attachment for the Lord's qualities, or the mind should get attached to the Lord's form, name, qualities. Means among these three yogas, which yoga he is voting? Bhakti yoga. Because attachment to the Lord's form, qualities, name, and so on so is possible in Bhakti yoga actually. So that's why his vote is given to Bhakti yoga. They maintain temporary attachment. In the last phase, they want to leave that also. They left the Lord's beauty and they want to go and bury. So that's why you cannot say that their attachment for the Lord's form and is not a true attachment. Duplicate. Abhasa. Temporary. So similarly, Jnanis also, they do kirtan. Yes or no? To get the bhakti, they should do kirtan. I think everyone is feeling drowsy. I don't know. Why? Not everyone. Not getting sufficient sleep. Fruit salad. Still it is working. No. Now it's not the cause for it. Fruit salad is not the cause. Something else. Having rati. Anyway, no problem. So he's saying, yeah. So my dear mother, even there are the three yoga systems are there, but according to me, Bhakti Yoga is only the best one. So that much he told by this sloka, by this 15th sloka. Bhakti Reva Samuchita means Samuchit. Acha. Good one. Proper one. Okay, clear? Next sloka. Aham mamavi manothai कामलोभादि विर्मलै वीतं यदा मनःशुद्धं अदुःखम् असुखं समम्. When one is completely cleansed of the impurities of lust and greed produced from the false identification of the body as I and bodily possessions as mine, one's mind becomes purified. In that pure state, he transcends the stage of so-called material happiness and distress. So try to observe this. What yoga he is saying here? Now he is going to say in these three slokas, Jnana Yoga and Ashtanga Yoga. Jnana Yoga and Ashtanga Yoga in coming this sloka and another two more slokas. In these three slokas, he is going to explain about Jnana and Ashtanga Yoga. And where he also say that one more point, this Jnana Yoga and Ashtanga Yoga without Bhakti, they are not going to give any result. That means they always need the help of Bhakti Yoga. That also he will be mentioning in these three slokas, 16, 17, 18. The three slokas are telling about the Jnana Yoga and Ashtanga Yoga and where they can really release someone from this material bondage with the help of Bhakti. That we are going to see. So here he is mentioning Aham Mama Abhimanottaihi Kama Lobhadibihi Malaihi Vitam Yada Manah Suddham Adukkam Asukam Samam. That means trying to purify the heart from the aham and mama. That means my and mine. So such a concept. And also purifying the heart from the kama, krodha, lobha, moha and all these comes under the which kind of yoga? Gnana yoga. Where we have seen? Where? 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Yes? अभयं सत्त्व संशुद्धिर ज्ञान योगा व्यवस्थितः दानं दमश्च यज्ञश्च स्वाध्यायस्तप आर्जवम् अहिंसा सत्यम अक्रोधः त्यागः शान्तिः अपैशुनम् दया भूतेषु लोलुप्तत्वं मार्दवम् ह्रीरचापलम् तेजः क्षमा ऋतिः शौचम् अद्रोहः नातिमानिता भवन्ति सम्पदं दैवीम् अभिजातस्य भारत. All these qualities are practiced by the whom in our diagram, by the person who finished the nishkama karma yoga. So after that nishkama karma yoga, he will leave the karma. That means he will leave the grihastha ashram, he will leave everything karma, and he will be coming out. Karma sannyasa he will be doing, and he will be practicing what? All these qualities. That means he wants to be fearless, and he always try to control his senses. Damaha means controlling senses. Dana means giving charity. Yajna means, so he's always do study the scriptures. Upanishads is studying and understanding the absolute truth, Brahman. And like this, always he is non-violent and speaking truth, not getting any angry, and detached for the things, peaceful. All these kind of qualities he do practice. Who? Gnana yoga vyavastitah. Who is it said in the sloka itself? Gnana yoga? Ah. Huh? Who is reciting? No, not Veeran. No, not reciting. Residing. So, who is practicing these things? The one who is Gnana yoga vyavastitah means the one who is in the Gnana yoga. That means the one who is in this path. In this path. The one who is in this path, he will be practicing all this. What is the use of practicing this? That means now the Jivatma, after coming out from the Nishkama Karma Yoga, it is covered with what? With what? Hey, after coming. Vidya. Vidya. It is covered with the Vidya. That means in this Jnanam, that means Vidya means which Vidya is formed out of Sattva. So that means he will be having the what? Sattva, Sattva Sanjayate Jnana. That means he is covered with the Jnana. So that means Sattva is covered with the Sattva. So that's why he is able to know who is he. That means I am soul. Now further what he has to reach, he has to merge into the Brahman. For that what he has to do? He has to further increase this Gnanam. This Vidya has to be increased further. So that means by practicing all these qualities, Abhayam, Danam, Damasya, Yajnaha, Abhayam, Sattva, Samsuddhihi, Danam, Damaha, Yajnaha, Ahimsa, Satyam, Akrodaha. By practicing all these good qualities, what will be happening? He is increasing the Vidya. And in this state, when he study the scriptures like Upanishads, then he will be understanding Brahman as absolute truth. To understand the scriptures, he should be in the mode of goodness. Otherwise, he cannot. If he is always agitated with this sex desire and sitting in this Upanishads and is trying to understand the subtle subject matter, he cannot. So that's why this state will be helping him to understand the Brahman, that is known as Tat Padartha Jnana. So then what will happen? So further, after learning this knowledge, he tried to see everything as one. How to see everything as one? Stop seeing the features in every object. Now in his hand there is some stone is kept, and also the gold stone is also kept. He will not see the stoneness in the stone. He will not see the goldness in the gold. Then what will happen? Both are one for him. So like that, he will be like how he is able to stop controlling the krodha and the controlling all the so anger, lust, greed, everything. All the similarly, he that controlling ability will make him to see oneness in all the objects. So finally, then what will happen? Then that oneness, which is not having any features, that is known as Brahman. Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. Then finally, he'll be seeing the soul, and that is everything is one. That is known as Brahma Prapti. Okay, Brahma Prapti. नींद आ रहा है तुमको पता नहीं क्यों ड्रोजी फील हो रहे हैं चलो तो so Jnana Yoga we understood in more details. Slowly, in these 5 chapters, you'll be learning the concepts will be repeated tomorrow also, the same things. So it will be very important chapters. This by understanding these chapters, we can also Bhagavad Gita, everything we can revise. Whole Bhagavad Gita can be revised by medium of these 3 chapters. Next sloka. That means this 16th sloka is telling about the gnana sadhanas. That means practicing all these qualities. Where is it? That means Vita means leaving, Manaha. That means Kama Lobhadi Malaihi Vitam. That means when mind is free from all this, that means 16 chapter qualities practicing, and this sloka are the parallel slokas. Same. There we are calling, also there is Akrodha is there, na? Similarly here, Kama, Lobha, Malaihi Vita means mind is free from Kama, Lobha. Next sloka. तदा पुरुष आत्मानं केवलं प्रकृतेः परं निरन्तरं स्वयं ज्योतिरणिमानमखण्डितम्. At that time, the soul can see himself to be transcendental to material existence and always self-effulgent, never fragmented, although very minute in size. Oh. So when one is cultivating this kind of good qualities, then what will happen? Now by those cultivation of those qualities, what is happening? Vidya is increasing means he is able to see himself very clearly. I am so. That's the point is said here. Tada Purusha Atmanam Kevalam Prakritehe Param. By cultivating those qualities, he'll be seeing himself as I am different from Prakriti. Nirantaram Swayam Jyoti. That means I am self-effulgent. Animanam. That means I am fragment, infinitely small, but akhanditam. Yeah. Sukshmanam apyaham jivaha. That means among the smallest things. So who is he? Lord is Jiva. Jiva is the smallest thing actually. That means Swaruputaha eva paramanu pramanam ityarthaha. By nature, what is the pramana means size? What is the size of this Jivatma? Paramanu. That means anu size. Paramanu Pramana. The infinitely small particle. So that is known as Paramanu. Paramanu, and the size of the Paramanu is known as Anu. You remember? Which chapter we got? 11th chapter, third canto. In the time measurement of the time, there we have seen. So, what is Paramanu and Anu, all those things. So, Paramanu is having the size of what? Anu. Two Paramanus known as Dvanuka. And from which onwards we are able to see? I think three Dvanukas come together, then from there onwards, you are able to see that. Yes. So, like that, we have seen in that chapter. Now, the size of the soul is Anu size. It is Paramanu size. It is like Paramanu, so that's why its size is Anu. It is Paramanu. So that's why its size is Anu. And what is the biggest size? And Vibhu. And remaining all is Madhyama. We have only three sizes according to the Shastra. Anu size, Vibhu size, and intermediate sizes, means Madhyama sizes. So Paramanus all are having the Anu size, and Lord is having the Vibhu size, and remaining all objects are having the Madhyama size. And by nature, Swarupataha Paramanu Pramanam. So Jivatma, by nature, it is Paramanu, and its size is Anu. And Vishaya Vasana Bhihi Akhanditam. That means Vishaya Vasanas are all the just external only. It is not there inside the Jivatma. In Jivatma, there are no Vasanas. But when Jivatma is covered with the Avidya, so then it is falsely identifying himself, and whatever are there in the body, so because of false ego, getting the Abhimana towards that and thinking those are all his own qualities. But this particle doesn't have any kind of the contamination. Akhanditam. That means no contamination. Okay, next sloka. Is it clear? Any doubt? Everyone is able to follow?
Yes.
Yeah. ज्ञानवैराग्ययुक्तेन भक्तियुक्तेन चात्मना परिपश्यन्त्युदासीनं प्रकृतिं चाहतौजसम्. In that position of self-realization by practice of knowledge and renunciation in devotional service, one sees everything in the right perspective. He becomes indifferent to material existence, and the material influence acts less powerfully upon him. Now in this sloka, what we are seeing? Jnana Vairagya Yuktena Atmana Manasa Bhakti Yuktena Cha Chakara Bhakteha Tatra Sahayyameva Tadvina Jnanasya Sviya Phala Sadhakatva Ashaktehe Udasinam Anasaktam Prakritim Swadhyam Hataujasam Swasmin Kiji. Jnana Vairagya Yuktena. Further, what he has, that means when he cultivated all the good qualities, Vidya is increased. So that's why he is able to know clearly himself as soul. And also he is seeing that these vasanas are only belong to the body and not belong to he himself, soul. That we have seen in the second sloka. That means 17th sloka. 60 is the first, 17 is the second. In the second sloka we have seen. Now in this third sloka, what he's saying, like this, in this way, he is full of endowed with what? Gnanam, knowledge. And vairagya. That means he is having the detachment for all the material objects. Jnana vairagya yuktena, bhakti yuktena cha. The point should be noted here. So that means here, not only just jnana he should cultivate, he should also need to cultivate Bhakti, that means this Jnani, if he wants to merge into the Brahman, what he has to cultivate? He has to cultivate some Bhakti also. This Bhakti is the helper. So that's why this Bhakti is known as what? Gunibhuta Bhakti, Gauna Bhakti. And Jnana is the Pradhana and Bhakti is the Gauna, then that is known as Bhakti Misra Jnanam, not the Jnana Misra Bhakti. In the Jnana Misra Bhakti, who is superior? Bhakti is superior. And Bhakti Misra Jnana, who is superior? Jnana is superior. Here, what is practiced here? Jnana is superior and Bhakti is Lagu. That means Gauna. What is the need of this Bhakti? So without this Bhakti, Jnana, further he is not going to get the Brahman realization. How? Important point. Even the 14th chapter, what he is saying? Mamcha avyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samatityayetan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. What he is saying there he is saying about the, before that he is saying practicing of all these jnana sadhanas, and finally how one is getting the Brahman realization? Brahman realization one is getting because of the bhakti only. So see, in this Jnani's case, what is going to happen? Now he is do practice bhakti also along with the Jnana. After some time, what he will be doing, he will be leaving Jnana sadhanas. That means he will see there is no use of Jnana also further. Once he duly, perfectly, when he realized himself as soul, then what is that kind of realization, that kind of thing, what that will make Jnana to be destroyed. That means he will never feel so interest to cultivate the akrodaha, damaha, santaha, this kind of things. He will stop in the advanced stage of the Jnana Yoga. So then what is remaining with him? Only little bhakti, whatever he did. And with the help of this bhakti, what he is going to do now? Merge into the Brahman. And that is possible only by the bhakti. That means now he wants to come out from the mode of goodness also. Because in the advanced stage of the bhakti, jnana, he is covered with the, that means what? So jnana means sattva guna, na? Vidya, that is sattva guna. And along with this sattva guna, can he go and merge into the Brahman? No, it's not possible. Because sattva guna is also part of prakriti only, which he has to live. That conditioning also has to be left. So that's why in the advanced stage of the Jnana Yoga, he will be leaving the Jnana also. And he will be just depending on the only Bhakti. That's why Mamcha Avyabhicharena Bhakti Yoga means what there? That Bhakti which is not mixed with the Jnana. Jnana you should take. Karma already he left here. After Nishkama Karma Yoga, he left the Karma. And in the advanced stage of the Jnana Yoga, he will be leaving the Jnana also. Then what is remaining with him? Jnana Karma, the Anavrita. Bhakti only is remaining. That is a Kevala Bhakti. But it is not the Suddha Bhakti because he is desiring the Brahman realization. Anyabhilasha Sunim is not there, but what is satisfied? Jnana Karma Dhanavrutam is satisfied. And with the help of this Bhakti, he is going in merging into the Brahman. Because without Bhakti, he cannot merge into the Brahman. Because example, I am giving an example. There is a ditch is there, which is filled with the mud. If someone is falling in this ditch, so can he come out from this ditch by the help of something which is there in the ditch? If he take, then he'll go further inside only. So similarly, ditch means this. Yeah. No, this all three gunas. World with the three gunas. Sattva is also part of this one. And now person is here. If he wants to come out from these three modes, he needs the support of something which is out from these three modes, that is known as Bhakti. So that's why going and merging into the Brahman means coming out from the Trigunan. Trigunan samatityayetan. So Trigunas, that means crossing the Trigunas. Krishna is also saying same thing there. Samatityetan Triguna. That means Trigunas he is able to cross because of this Bhakti. Then he'll be getting the Brahman realization. Okay.
That sloka, I heard something that after crossing these three modes of achieving the Brahma Bhuta state, then we can evolve.
No. By the that Kevala Bhakti, he is going to the Brahman realization. Otherwise, he cannot go and get the Brahman. To get Brahman, he should be out from the even Sattva also.
So this explanation that Vaibhava Bhakti will be possible only.
No. That sloka I will show to you, right? That's different. That means to do the pure devotional service, sarvopadi vinirmuktam, tatparena nirmalattam, rishikena rishikesa sevanam, bhakti ruchate. There, sarvopadi vinirmuktam. One should be coming out from the all the designations. That means one should be coming to the out of the modes. That's like the Brahman stage. So that is a different thing. So here it is clearly it is different thing. So 27 sloka, 26. Mamcha yo avyabicharena bhakti yogena. That means those who, yo means those who, mam means me, serve what? With the bhakti, avyabhichari bhakti yoga, saha, वह व्यक्ति, saha means वह व्यक्ति, गुणों को, गुणान मीन्स गुणों को समतीत्य मीन्स पार करके, इन सभी गुणों को पार करके ब्रह्म को प्राप्त करते हैं, ब्रह्म भूयाय कल्पते। माने जो व्यक्ति मेरे में अव्यभिचारी भक्ति करेंगे, वह व्यक्ति ये गुणों को पार करके ब्रह्म में लीन होते हैं। Okay. So next. So that's why Lord Kapila is saying that, see, mommy, mother, even if one does the Jnana Yoga without support of Bhakti Yoga, that Jnana Yoga will not be successful. That is the main point actually he wants to say.
Here you are telling this slokas 16, 17, 18.
Yes.
Jnana Yoga and Ashtanga Yoga.
Yeah.
Which sloka is this?
Yeah, wait, come. Like you see, Jnana and Vairagya, like Yama, Nima, implied actually. We don't have here a freely, clearly distinguished limbs of the different yogas, but a kind of you have to take like that only because he is not differentiated description is not here actually. Kapila is here the Acharya Srila Vishwanath is saying that Jnana and yoga sadhanas are described. Jnana yoga yorapi mochakattum bhakti sahayanaha ahamiti tribhahi. So Jnana and yoga both. Yoga also we do Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama. Yama, Niyama means controlling the things. In that sense only. Not exactly described here. Next after this, okay, one more point is there in this. Tadvina jnanasya sriya phala sadhakatva ashaktehe udasinam anasaktam prakritim. That means without this help of the bhakti, jnana yoga will not going to give any kind of result actually. That means Brahma Prapti, it cannot make Brahma Prapti. And what about this Prakriti? So Prakriti is Vadasinam Anasaktam Prakritim Swavidya Hato. This is okay. Come to our sloka. Charge चलेगा. Okay, बैठिए. 18 done. 19. So that means he will be seeing Prakriti is like nothing, is just Jada Padartha. It is not going to do anything. So such a Gnani who realized, so self, and you can see Prakriti adjusted without any potency. Next, 19th. न युज्यमानया भक्त्या भगवत्य किलात्मनि सदृशोऽस्ति शिवः पन्था योगिनां ब्रह्म सिद्धये. Perfection in self-realization cannot be attained by any kind of yogi unless he engages in devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For that is the only auspicious, that is the only auspicious path. Now, that means three things, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga and Bhakti Yoga. Among these three things also, Trayana Madhye Kevala Bhaktireva Srestha Sukhamayi Paramamangala Cha Ityaha. In this sloka, it is said that so pure bhakti is the best. See, in the previous sloka, three slokas, 16, 17, and 18, we are seeing the help of the bhakti. So here, what is saying? There also, he said that bhakti is by the help of bhakti only they Jnana Yoga and Ashtanga Yoga can give their result. He said, but now he is saying, Mother, even pure bhakti itself can give the result without help of. There is no need to do any kind of the Jnana and Ashtanga Yoga. That point he is mentioning here. So that means we should not. That means he is notifying us. So see, Jnana and Yoga, they need the help of Bhakti. But Bhakti doesn't need the help of Jnana and Yoga. So that's why people may think, no, only that much is said. That means Bhakti's help, they are doing Jnana and Yoga. People may get the conception of, oh, that means Bhakti also cannot act independently. They may think. But now he is clarifying that without those two, Kevala Bhakti is sufficient to give the result. And also that is Sukhamai. That means if you mix Jnana along with the Bhakti, then what will happen? Then pain will increase. Jnana sadhana is always painful actually. Like in the case of, if you see Suddha Bhaktas, that means they are fully dependent on purely devotion. That means they are doing 24 hours direct devotional services, these people, and they don't practice. This means Abhayam, Sattva, Samsuddhi, all these things they don't practice. But they do 24 hours direct sadhana. That means hearing, chanting, so remembering these kind of things. Because of these things, automatically all the qualities what Jnana Yogi is enduring and getting in him, those will be manifesting automatically in the Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti Yogi. So Klesha Agni, Shubhada. Shubhada means all the good qualities. Yasyasti Bhaktir Bhagavatya Kinchana Sarve Gunai Tatra Samasate Sura. All the gunas, all the best qualities are coming and residing in him. So that's why he doesn't need bhaktas. There is no need to hanker for the developing of these qualities. But in the case of the jnanis, these are all needed. Then only he is able to see himself as soul clearly. For us, otherwise, for us there is no need. For us, what is the need? We have to all the time please the Lord. Pleasing the Lord is the goal of the pure devotee. So that means whatever the good qualities are said, we need to bother about those. Do we need to bother or not need to bother? No need to bother about developing that quality. Philosophically, there is no need to bother. When we reached the Suddha Bhakti. But before, that means in this stage, in the Daiva Varnashrama stage, in this stage, we need to bother. Why? So, in our case also, now we are not in the pure devotional platform. That means we are not, always try to remember, it's a kind request. Pure devotional platform is 24 hours. That means Astayamikam. Even morning also we have seen. That means 24/7 doing what? direct devotional services. That means Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, all 64 leaves for the pleasure of Krishna. That is the pure devotional platform. So, if to come to that, what we need to do that, to do continuously such a devotional service, what we need fuel. Fuel means what? Dhrudha Shraddha. So, how Dhrudha Shraddha will come? Huh? By studying the Bhakti Shastras deeply. So then only you will develop. That means faith on that. That means you are understanding the philosophy and your doubts will be removed by that understanding. Then your Shraddha will be strong. So that's what you have to do. You have to study Bhakti Shastras in this area, yes? To develop the strong faith. So if we are not in the mode of goodness, and when you are studying and hearing the Bhakti Shastras, then what will you be getting? So if your mind and intelligence and all these are all inflicted by the Rajas and Tamas, so what will happen? You are hearing the Bhakti Shastras from the devotees, and but when you hear the words, for that words you are not recollecting the exact meanings. What you have to recollect, and you are not getting the exact understanding what you have to get. When we are in the mode of passion and ignorance, we see things in a differently. That means oppositely. If we are in the mode of ignorance, we will be seeing the snake as rope and rope as snake. So that means the quality of, try to remember this, the quality of the, that means what is the role of the passion and ignorance in our life? Passion and ignorance will be making us not to take right meanings of Shastra and the words. क्लमजीनेस ऐसा रह जाएगा, कोई क्लैरिटी नहीं रहता है, सालों साल चले गया, कुछ भी क्लैरिटी नहीं है, हर वक्त कंफ्यूज होते रहते हैं, इधर का उधर का इधर होता रहता है, खुद में अशांति है, माने एक क्लैरिटी नहीं रहता है. क्लैरिटी, व्हाई दैट क्लैरिटी इज नॉट देयर मींस वी आर इन द passion and ignorance. So that's why people who are here, they do take the help of gnana sadhanas. That means they practice some good qualities. That's what Rupa Goswami says. Before entering in the pure devotional platform, one may take help of Gnana and Vairagya. Gnana sadhanas and Vairagya, some kind of detachment. That's known as Yukta Vairagya. So that we'll be discussing some other time. So then what is happening because of this? So because of this Gnana, he'll be coming into the mode of goodness and he can take the full advantage of the association of devotees and develop the clear understanding and destroy his doubts, and he can develop the strong faith that will be leading to that will be helping him to do the 24/7 sadhana. That's a pure devotion. Okay, it's clear. Our purpose of cultivating gnana sadhanas is different here, and here it is different, and here it will come automatically. And you don't need to worry, you are not able to cultivate so gnana sadhanas, all the qualities. That is not the focus. Here the focus is what?
Mode of goodness.
Huh?
Faith.
Firm faith is the goal. Dhrudha Shraddha is the goal actually. And we do take the help of these gnana sadhanas only for temporarily. But when we do the pure devotional service, Subhada automatic will come, those will come. So that's a devotee so much worried about that means, that means many good qualities, that means personality development speeches nowadays, they are coming so much. This kind of, that kind of small, like one line, two line things. There is no point of bhakti there, and there is no point of the developing the focus of the pure devotion. Simply some. So that is not the goal actually, but you may take help of that. But you should know that your goal is developing the firm faith on the Lord. That goal should be clear. And we try to attract, and we do give the classes also only to cultivate some good qualities. In that class, there is no mentioning of the developing firm faith. And that means the symptom of firm faith is surrender to the Lord. So that means surrendering to the Lord and developing firm faith, such a points are not covered, and simply whole class run in the advertising about the good qualities. That is a lifeless delivery actually. Always we should remember that our goal of cultivating good qualities only to develop the surrender to the Lord. That means firm faith. Developing firm faith means, what is the symptom of firm faith? Surrender, full surrender. So this has to be emphasized. This is the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So full surrender is the, and pure devotion concept is given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and this is the message of the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This has to be spread. Otherwise, we are not doing the justice for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. So, Naijyamanaya bhaktya bhagavatyakilatmani sadrisho asti sivaha panta yoginam brahma siddhaye. Kapil Bhagavan is clearly saying, other than bhakti, like bhakti, there is no other good path. That means he is giving full ode to the bhakti. Okay. Next. So ultimately, he said 3 sadhanas are there, and he also explained about the dependency of the Gnana and Yoga and the Bhakti, and he said that his vote is for the Bhakti. Then now, how to get that Bhakti? That he is going to explain now. From where it begins. Next sloka. Prasangamajaram pasham atmanam kavayo viduhu sayeva sadhu shokuto moksha dvaramapavritam. Every learned man knows very well that attachment for the material is the greatest entanglement of the spirit soul. But that same attachment, when applied to the self-realized devotees, opens the door of liberation. So that pure bhakti comes. What is the cause for that? Tasyaha bhaktehe sadhu sangha eva moolam. So sadhu sangha is the cause. We have seen in our diagram. So these karmis, how they are entering into this pure devotional platform. What is the beginning? Association of the devotees. That means when the devotees are coming and they are giving their mercy, so then they will be getting the turning towards the Lord. Before that, what he was doing? Before that, he was simply doing karma and getting the results of that. That means artha is getting, and with that artha, he is gathering so many sense objects, and he is just enjoying those sense objects with the senses and feeling that I am happy. This is a dharma, artha, kama. He is always dwelling in these three. Now, when sadhu, that means which sadhu? Bhakta sadhu, come in association, he give his association to them. So then only they are turning. If sadhu, if never come into their life, will they turn towards the Lord automatically? No, impossible. It's not possible. Sadhu's association only is a beginning cause. Like in the case, that's why bhakti begins with the association of the sadhus. So that's why here we have 2 sadhu sanghas. This is one sadhu sangha, and in that sadhu sangha we are entering into the desire of the getting the pure devotion. After getting the Shraddha, once again you will be doing sadhu sangha here. That means this line is also, this area is also having the sadhu sangha, bhajan kriya, anardhinivritti, nishta, ruchi, asakti, bhava, and prema. So this sadhu sangha is what? After Drishraddha, sadhu sangha also is there. that sadhu sangha, you will be to do 24 hours bhajan, you will be seeking for the association of devotees. That association is meant for doing bhajan, and this association is starting towards that. That's why Ado means sadhu sangha. Ado Shraddha Sadhu Sangha. That means Sadhu Sangha comes 2 times. You can see in the commentary of Vishwanath Chakravarti in Bhakti Rasam Sindhu. Next sloka, okay? We'll go a little. It's 3 o'clock, na? How it went off this time, I don't know. I didn't understand. Oh. Chalo, 2 minutes. We should not waste the time. One more sloka. Next, Titikshava Karunika Suruda Sarvadehina Ajata Satrava Shanta Sadhava Sadhu Bhushana Mayyananyena Bhavena Bhaktim Kurvanti Ye Drudam Matkrute Tyakta Karmani Tyakta Swajana Bandhava Madashraya Katha Mrushta Shrunvanti Katayanti Cha Tapanti Vividastapa Netan Madgata Chetasa Te Sadhava Sadvi Sarva Sangha Vivarjita Sangaste Shvatate Pradyaha Sangha Doshaharahite. In the 21, 22, 23, how to recognize sadhus? What are the qualities of the sadhus? Sadhus lakshana, that means the definition is given in the 21, 22, 23. Okay? So, and also 24. Sadhunam lakshana maha chaturbihi. Tadassa lakshana is also said and Sarupa lakshana is also said. The first sloka, that means 21st sloka is telling about the Tatassa lakshana. And remaining slokas are telling about the Swarupa Lakshana. We are going to see tomorrow that. We should even increase the speed, I think.
We can increase the session 6 to 8.
Okay, then. Attendance, please. Adityanam Prabhu? Absent. Advaita Karuna Prabhu? Present. Akshobhya Prabhu? Ananta Nrsimha Prabhu? Anshuman Bhajbhai Prabhu? Bhavamai Nityanand Prabhu? Chaitanya Jeevan Prabhu? Chaitanya Shastri Prabhu? Durga Prasad Prabhu? Gopalanand Prabhu? Hari Narayan Prabhu? Haigriva Charan Prabhu? Hemagiri Prabhu? Jahanu Deepa Prabhu? Kal Charan Prabhu? Kaushal Kishore Singh Prabhu? Kurma Kripa Prabhu? Madhav Sundar Prabhu? Manmohan Krishna Prabhu? Absent? Morning he came? Absent, no. Manoram Goram Prabhu, yes, present. Mukund Padma Prabhu, present. Nalnikant Prabhu, Nimai Nitai Prabhu, absent. Pawan Putra Prabhu, absent. Pradeep Prabhu, absent. Radha Krishna Prabhu, Radha Raj Bihari Prabhu, Ram Govind Prabhu, Sadhu Charan Prabhu, Sri Krishna Govind Prabhu, Sundar Chaitanya Prabhu, Sundaranand Thakur Prabhu. ये तो इसमें प्रेजेंट पहले डाल देंगे, पहले डाला रखा है. Satish absent.
So that one was there, he left.
Velpula Sai.
Sorry, Gopal.
One. Hey, Prabhu, change it, Prabhu. Vishnu Tattva Prabhu absent. Raja Mandal Prabhu.
Present.
Oh,
Mind his meeting. We told him.
okay. Bro, can you change his name?
Yes, essentially.
Yes, bro.
Tomorrow you have the
Yeah.
of course, we will ask to put you in the
You should know, sir. Brahmachari birthday celebration. It means all brahmacharis, sir. This many brahmacharis birthday celebration. 2 to 3, huh?
I don't know exactly timing time.
Oh, what should
I'll ask you.
but I cannot compromise. Then already I'm in my in crisis actually. Main topic I couldn't enter. स्वाभाविक भक्ति या स्वाभाविक many things. क्योंकि फाउंडेशन बना ही नहीं रहा बन रहा
प्रो जी वो ग्रुप में डाला है मैंने वोटिंग करने के लिए टाइमिंग स्लॉट 11:30 है 11 क्या 11:30 से शुरू करना है 11 से शुरू करना है यहाँ पे वोटिंग कर लो कोई